Well, that's like Pathfinder 3.5. I don't know if it's here.
No, that's
They brought it with us. They brought it with them.
they brought it with them, and I think you're flat-footed.
Yeah. You disadvantage. Yeah. Or just sort of flat-footed.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing, Rene? The others?
We're gonna get our jubblies wet apparently, because we're getting into. We're gonna get.
Ziva's trying to hold Zyra's hand.
This is going to require a bath.
Nibbles, are you going in?
Yeah, Nibbles is going. He's
Okay. You plunge underwater. You're sort of walking along the bottom, half swimming, half swimming,
Whoa!
and swimming.
Grizzak grabs his feet and jumps
would-
in the air, makes a splash.
I would imagine all you see of Nibbles, just given the weight of his axe, is the handle sticking up.
You're kind of pushing yourself along the bottom with your massive axe.
For some reason, I want to go do for some reason.
Grizzak, are you just jumping into the water?
Am I? Are the other guys coming in behind me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the water going downstream?
It's not moving. It's
No, it's
getting
not
deeper
moving?
as you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I won't pee yet.
Nick just looks at Fabian, looks at Grizzak, not sure what to say to that.
All right. Wait, has Grizzak ever tried electric arc underwater?
No?
Oh, don't do that.
That's gonna be weird.
No, no.
Alright, Grizzak, are you moving your token, or am I moving it for you?
No, I'm moving it. Thought I was.
Then why are you so far in the back?
Okay, now Grizzak's underwater.
Hey, took his hands up.
Fabian, are you moving forward with Mazatec?
Yeah, but he's like, yeah. Oh, I don't like.
Watch that next step there, Fabian. It's where you get the man parts wet. It's gonna start.
You hear some like loud clacking.
He's making sure. Actually, before he went in, he made sure to pull out his flute and hold it above the water.
Okay, so you got your flute in your hand above above.
You
Grindark's
got to
got
put your mouth on that.
Grindark's got his silvery magic dagger out. He's moving up with the Rene.
Zyra is going to follow. I don't know if Nibbles is going before or after Zyra. Take your yawn as indecision.
Oh, sorry. He'll go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. All right, that looks like the marching order.
Okay, so I'll start advancing you guys in your marching order.
Shield out. Don't get hit.
Okay, Rene, you see that there is a bit of a climb up onto dry land. It's about a 3-foot lip. We'll call that square difficult terrain. As you see, like a dark cave with stalactites dripping from the ceiling.
Okay.
Rene, as all the others, yeah, go ahead.
I think we are 5-footing our way to that ledge.
Yep.
Like with all the difficult terrain, we're just going slow.
Yeah, kind of holding on to each other. You're at the ledge, but you've got light, Rene, and you could see this horrible, horrible thing. At first you thought it was like a rock, but then it kind of then shuffled like almost aimlessly around the cavern. It is a sight to behold. You almost puke in your mouth a little bit. At the same time, the awe-inspiring weirdness of the creature.
The fuck is that? Why does it have a butthole for a mouth? Look at that.
It is some sort of insectoid thing from beyond. It has many, many eyes a strange orifice with like a slowly extending sort of like leech like mouth inside of its mouth. It's got all sorts of weird tentacles and feelers, eyes along its carapaced feet, if you will. There's something wrong with it. Aside from it being completely wrong, there are kind of snapping lobster-like appendages in the front. Floating in a briny sort of soup in these bulbous areas, you notice that some of them are just cloudy, but others there are distinct brains floating in the orbs on its back. It does not look terribly alert, though. It looked like it was just sort of scuttling along and bumping into the cavern wall, and by the ick and the ichor all around it, it does look like it might be injured or sick, or perhaps even dead.
I don't believe that last one.
I don't believe that either. Or it is dead.
I
and we
hope
have
it's
to
not
fight
the last
creature
one.
that killed it.
It's rotting. Like the token doesn't show the rot, but it is rotting, and the stench is coming from it.
Lucas? Yes. Correct. On the money. Defa. What a
Rene, what is your reaction to this unearthly horror?
Yeah.
Okay, it kind of goes and slowly starts turning towards where you made the noise.
I'm trying to
and
get out of the...
let's roll initiative.
I want to go. Oh my God, what the fuck? So, this is a boss fight out of a modern Resident Evil game. I think we have to pop all the eyeballs, and then like the weak point will shoot out of the middle of it a bunch of times. Then for whatever reason, the eyeballs will regrow, so we can pop them again to make the thing shoot out of its back again.
Okay, when it sort of made a growling sound, there are these weird spore-like holes along its bottom that just sort of like went, but also sort of shot out like this weird brown fluid, like all over the ground, like it's reacting to you.
I think this thing is like Grizzak's spirit animal.
Oh, funny.
When Grizzak goes on a spirit quest, this is what guides him through the
All right,
woods.
I'll roll for Mazathic.
Obadiah!
Ziva, Grinthark, Mazathic. Look at those
All
rolls.
right. Okay, we'll get the rolls going. Zyra gets a 13. Rene gets a 20.
Ziva got a 6. Rene got a 20. Grinthark rolled a 4. That's not good.
It's so gross. It has a butthole for a mouth. That is
And then,
This thing talks shit all the time.
precisely.
Grizzak, what did you roll for initiative?
Still waiting for that friggin' thing to pop up. Let's see. Nothing. I did not roll it. Again. 3! 10.
Okay. Zyra?
13.
Nibbles?
12.
Fabian?
Wish I got 2. Fabian got a 21.
Look at that. And the Ne Thalgu that has something wrong with it.
Here I was thinking that it would just be like, there's an illithid or something. No, this is not that. Nope. This is one of those, like, I don't know if, this is something that we're going to convert on the fly to be a Pathfinder second monster, or Pathfinder second.
Ne Thalgu was in the bestiary. I think because it was a creature that was in bestiary 2, and it was featured in a recent module. That I think it's why it's there. The reason why looks like I'm calculating things is because I'm
You
calculating.
had to give it a
something.
template because where's level 3? That thing is like a CR12.
There are no templates, so I am converting the template in my head, looking at the differences, and okay.
All right, boys, gonna suck.
Yeah. Get ready for miscalculations.
All right, its perception is reduced to 6,
Favorite beauty pageant.
and it rolls an 11. All right, Rene, you're the first. No, Fabian, you're the first to react to Rene's going merd. You can't hear. You can't see the creature from around the corner. However, you can hear Rene's reaction and the thing kind of hissing and spitting and some sort of weird expulsion sound.
Okay, he can't. He's gonna try and fascinate it with his flute, not knowing it's friggin' undead. So,
That was an assumption, so I don't know if.
well, he can't see it anyway. He
Yeah.
just thinks it's the thing. So, regardless, he's like, "Oh, maybe I can stop it in its tracks."
It is mindless, though.
Yeah, he doesn't know that though. It's just or is the regular creature mindless?
It is hilarious to see a creature that is made of brains being called mindless.
Yeah.
Does your fascinate power specifically say it does not affect mindless creatures, or is it?
Don't think it does. I will double check.
It's called Fascinate.
Yep.
It's fascinating performance is the feat.
Apparently there's 8 ways of getting this feat. When you use your perform action, compare your results to the will DC of one observer. If you succeed, the target is fascinated for 1 round. If the is a situation that it demands immediate attention, such as combat, you must critically succeed to fascinate the target.
Okay, well,
you must.
You got it first, and I don't see anything in the creature description that says it's immune to this. So I'm gonna make it roll its
General skill. There's
save.
nothing in there that. Oh, so no. This is this is a perform check versus will DC.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So its will DC is 20.
So if you get a 30, it's fascinated for sure, and if you get a 20, it's potentially fascinated as long as combat's not happening.
Is this a magic
Yeah.
thing?
It's not magic. It's just he's very, very good with the flute.
Yes, but is it a class power that you can only use a number of times per day? Are you using like
No,
spell?
it's a feat.
It's a skill feat.
Okay.
It's a skill feat. Yeah. So you got 25. Let's get in there, shall we?
Okay. It just starts swaying back and forward to the rhythm of the flute. All right.
Everybody
And he's making eyebrows like.
Rene's gonna use an action to hop up, or
Okay. Yeah.
vault up, and he's going to move over.
Okay.
And
you notice
ready to
there's
shield?
there's a large stone box that is in this chamber. The filth of this creature is somewhat disguising what looks like a summoning circle. The creature is no longer standing fully in the summoning circle.
Yeah, the whole rat thing that the devil was talking about. But there's at least the guy was not an idiot. There's a tiny little narrow ass corridor that might have this thing trapped in here.
Zyra.
Hey, hup. Hey.
It seems to some of the little spory openings underneath its body seem to be like undulating in tune with the music, and every once in a while one of them goes, and all this brown fluid comes out of the bottom.
At quarter move speed with being able to ignore the first 5 feet, it's 1 move. Second move, it's 3 moves to get there because of the double difficult terrain.
Okay. Nibbles.
Nibbles is going to move as well, or try to.
Yep.
So, quarter move speed?
Yeah.
Oh. 5. 10. So that's one move. Climb up is another, I guess. And he'll draw his axe.
I was treating the climb as a move.
Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Climb.
Okay, Nibbles is out there. He's got his axe out. The creature has not responded. It looks like Fabian's music is keeping it from attacking. You're assuming it will attack.
Assuming I'm smashing it until it doesn't move anymore, it doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah, Rene is standing there with his hammer in his hand and his shield out, and he's just trying not to be sick. You can hear him going, like just trying not to be sick.
Please look like a cool guy. Just please look like a cool guy. Just
Is
please
this,
look like a cool
is
guy.
this difficult terrain?
Double difficult terrain.
Double difficult terrain.
Double difficult terrain, so I can move at quarter speed.
Yep.
15 feet?
It'll be a while. Double
no.
difficult terrain, so like 5 feet.
I can't even move because Zyra's in front of me.
Well, no, you don't. As long as you don't end your turn there.
Yeah, let's see. So 5 feet. 5 feet. 5 feet.
All right, so Mazatec, I think, is in the same boat. Grinthark. 1, 2. Dagger out. I think he's just gonna move around here. Hey man, this is fucking gross over here, man. Take over here, man. It's getting sick. Ziva. This is worse than you.
Be like that, sweetie.
Oh, thank you.
So she can swim up to the edge. Fabian.
Fabian will continue to play, and I guess try to make his way around the corner.
Okay.
I gotta make another check though. Plus 11. Uh-oh.
Okay.
He turns around, sees a creature.
He's blowing bubbles in the water. There's water shooting out of the wind instrument, which is like you're breathing. You were breathing air because it wasn't so deep that you couldn't keep your head above the water. But yeah, between that, the spell, and the water, oh yeah, the creature just sort of stops swaying and just starts snapping its big lobster claws angrily. Rene.
Well, maybe it's time to say how do you do. Rene is going to stride in.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to raise our shield with one action and attack as another action.
Yeah.
Because that thing looks horrible. Yep. Horrible. AC 24?
You hit exactly.
Oh, this is going to be a problem. Oh, it's going to be a problem.
Wham! Oh, you managed to hit in the side, and its flesh basically warbles and crunches, and there's all sorts of strange juices flying everywhere.
11 magic damage.
11 damage. Does 11 damage. And the thing is now turning to face Rene.
Merde.
Zyra.
Zyra is going to attempt to make the thing have a bad time. We don't see anything anything looks like it's invisible. Actually, no. We're going to cast Magic Weapon on Nibbles' axe. Get him!
Okay.
Get it!
Good idea.
Any other action?
Yeah, shield spell. Woo!
Nibbles.
I cast Resurrect Connection. I cast Get a Glass of Water, is actually what I will cast while Mark is trying to reconnect. Because my popcorn of failure is causing dry mouth.
Please take damage from electricity. Please take damage from electricity.
How do weaknesses work?
No clue.
Weakness 294. Does it take extra damage up to that amount?
Well, resistance, I would say it would doubles that amount, because resistance is you take that off, right? So if, let's say if it's like does it just say weakness or weakness number?
No. Whenever it takes damage of that type, it takes extra.
Bludgeoning.
Interesting. All right, Nibbles. It's probably going to attack it. While we wait for Mark, then it's the creature, then it's Grizzak. Grizzak, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can hit it. Can I? Are my hands out of the water?
You are in 3-4 feet of water. There is a ledge that goes up about 3 feet above the water, and then the creature. So you can see the top of the creature. We do need an attack roll from Nibbles, if somebody wants to roll that.
Oh, Nibbles got in there?
Well, yeah, he's probably walking over with his axe.
Raging and hitting.
Raging and hitting. What is his movement rate?
Nibbles' movement rate is 20, but he's going to use his charge thing. He's going to rage and then do the charge.
Can you charge in difficult terrain? Oh, it's not difficult terrain.
It's not difficult terrain. All right. His rage. Oh, his goes so hard. Raging. Is raging just bonus damage?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to raging hit the thing
With his magic sword. With his magic great axe. But it's
Magic
already
great
it's
axe.
already expert, so no difference.
Critical.
Yeah, he critical hit the thing.
Mark should be here for this. 4d12.
Hold on.
Plus.
Hold on. It has a weakness against slashing.
Oh.
So you add 10.
Oh, that's how it works. Does that get multiplied upon a crit?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
you just if it takes slashing, you just add 10 damage.
So like a little pointy, like a one, like a little straight razor is just savage.
Yep.
Cool.
Nibbles!
63 damage. Poor Mark. Mark, why are you not here for this?
Nibbles just buries his axe into the creature. There's all sorts of spray. Some of the eyes pop with disgusting. Like they're all dead looking. Like they're not all kind of looking at Nibbles. Some of the bulbous sacs on its back also like spray. Like one of them with the brain in it sort of like fell out at Nibbles' feet.
All right, I got to admit the big axe works kind of good pretty here. Might have been luck.
It has 74 points of damage now, and It is now bloodied.
Oh.
It is going to snip at Nibbles.
Yeah.
With its... Actually try to bite him with its jaws.
Wait,
No,
isn't
when
it
it's
my
attack
turn?
level.
Isn't it my turn?
No, it's Nibbles, Nathalgu, then Grizzak.
Oh, okay.
Hitting AC 31.
I believe that's a crit on Nablu.
Okay. So auto crit for 41 points of damage on Nibbles.
What's he doing? Get the fuck out of there!
Go. How many temporary hit points does he get for raging?
It's 5.
I thought it was con mod. Here, rage.
Temporary hit points equal to your level plus
Level
your con.
plus con mod. So his con is 16, so 6 temporary hit points. So 41 minus 6 is 35. 35 damage.
He's got 55 hit points.
Ha.
GTF.
And let me check. I think the thing is too slow to make 2 attacks. Give me a moment here. To look up slowed.
Condition of slowed reduces your number of actions per turn by 1.
Oh.
1 means 2 actions.
Oh. That's not good. Okay, it's going to use one of its claws.
It's still attacking Nibbles.
Yep. AC 19.
Is just a plain old regular hit.
For 12 damage.
Okay, so 47.
Okay, it snips at Nibbles, and it's kind of like half just sort of grinding it up to Nibbles with its claw, and Nibbles is crying out in pain. And because of the creature's slowness and rot, it's moving rather sluggishly, and it doesn't attack again. Although I wish it did. Grizzak.
Can I see him from where? Sorry, you said I can see him, but
Yeah,
can
you can target the creature from here.
Okay, I hate the guy. Please give me a reflex save. DC 17.
All right, it's only got a +9. It makes it.
Fuck.
You scorch some of its flesh with your
half damage. If it takes electrical damage,
It does.
5.
So 2.
You know it's not from the abyss.
Stop freaking with it! Back up! You're gonna get chewed up!
Mazethek's just swimming forward. Grinthark. Oh man, it's fucking gross, man. This is a smell, man.
Get in there! Get in there!
He takes a step. He's holding his hand over
This
his
is
mouth.
what you get for using such tiny beggar!
Stabbing at it. Go ahead, Ahmed, and give me an attack roll for Grinthark. Grinthark is stabbing the thing. He's got a +8. Ahmed?
14.
14 is a miss.
Yep.
And then his second attack is a +3. Bowling for 20s. Oh no, it still misses though. It's AC 22 while it's flat-footed or flanked. Oh man, gross, man! He's attacking things, but the creature doesn't need what Grinthark is shaving off. Ziva, she's up. No, she isn't up yet. But she's standing at 3 feet of water with a 3-foot ledge, so she can't see it, so she's going to spend the round getting out. Climbs up and then just looks at it and actually, like, is retching. She is going to cast, I think it's 2 actions.
Most stuff is.
a new spell that she knows called Acid Arrow. Which is probably going to stink, but... Alright, Acid Arrow. She probably needs to hit with this thing.
Probably. Here, let's look at Acid Arrow.
Yeah.
It's a touch attack.
Acid Arrow. Range 120 feet. Range touch attack against the target.
Range touch?
Mm-hmm.
And she uses basically her dex for this.
Dex. Yeah.
Alright, she's at a +6.
Okay.
3 plus
I
level.
don't know how big monsters' touch ACs work. They used to suck, but now I think they scale harder.
AC 23.
That's a touch. That's a bite me if it doesn't touch.
Yep, that blasts it. And now
1d8 plus ability modifier with 1d6 persistent damage.
this thing's probably not going to spend time making it go away. Alright, so this sickly yellow acid arrow fires from Ziva's hand and strikes the creature in the side of the face, and it's just burrowing this horrible sizzling hole into the creature. So d8 plus 4 for 6 damage. And then it's got persistent acid d6.
That was different than the missiles.
It's new! It's disgusting, but it's new. I regret it. It's got a smell, isn't it? Worse than what this is.
Yes.
Fabian is just gonna stay back here.
He's going to Bard Song?
And he's gonna Bard Song, I think.
Blue, 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 blue.
Fabian LaRouge. What is it called?
I believe it's called
Inspire Courage. Which boosts your allies' attack and damage and defense against fear.
This thing is so gross.
So I think everyone's got a +1 to hit and damage.
Oh, this is the first time I looked at Fabian's actual like full picture with the like
The
I
really
matched
long
my
hair?
hair to my
Yeah.
friggin' clothes.
Yep.
I had to color coordinate my hair.
All right, Rene. Rene, you're a warrior. You notice the efficacy of a bladed or slashing weapon against this creature. It's
Well,
It's not like your bludgeoning didn't do damage. It's just you notice that carving into it, because it's like rotten meat, worked really well.
I'm going to drop my hammer,
Okay.
and I will. What is it? Okay. Drop, draw as an action.
Yep.
Drop as an action.
Two hand.
Two hand. Okay, so we're dropping the shield and the hammer. The shield is an action to drop. The other drop is a free action. Draw the bastard sword with the potency crystal. Use the potency crystal.
Okay.
And chop Saki.
Okay. Its AC is 22 with the flank.
All right. AC 27.
Oh, you bury your sword into the side of it. You like slice through it, and it kind of bounced and opened up, and then there's all this leakage and weird pustules exploding, and it's gross. So you add
All right.
10 damage because it's weakness.
27 damage.
Nice. Yeah, you carved well into the creature. It's going to take a little bit of more punishment before it goes down. Zyra.
Oh, Nibbles. We're going to move forward and do a 2-action heal spell on Nibbles.
Yep.
Sorry about that, guys.
For 29 healing.
Okay, that leaves Nibbles with still
18 damage.
18 damage.
There we go.
The creature
Swing again!
You did 63 points of damage, Mark, with Nibbles' attack.
So I take it he was targeted.
And then he got punished.
And then you got
you
punished
paid
for
for
over
that.
50 damage.
Oh!
But then Zyra helped you, so now you're at 18
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. So now it's Nibbles' go again. This thing is weak towards slashing weapons. So whenever you do damage with slashing, you do 10 extra.
So yeah, it's like the 2-weapon fighter guy might be really effective against. Although 2-weapon fighting doesn't do the same thing as before. Now it's you do like 2-weapon damages at the same time.
Nibbles.
Yeah.
You are in your second round of rage. You've got 18 damage. You've got your axe in your hand.
It's magic.
The axe is magic because of magic weapon, and this creature looks like it's on its last leg.
And there's a bard song going.
A kill. He tried to kill. I am.
Despite the stench, this creature is very, very strong.
AC 24.
And you were bit by it.
What the hell just happened to Twitch? Oh my god, my computer is angry with me today for some reason.
It is the anger. Do you want us to roll something for you?
Yeah, 1D. Oh shit.
If the rule for Nibbles is that Mark can't roll for Nibbles, that will be a
That would probably be good for Nibbles. 1D20 plus with a bard song going. It's gonna be plus 8. Plus 8.
All right.
Okay, AC 24.
Okay, Ahmed, you want to roll this? I rolled the crit. Your turn.
No, it's fine, man. Roll, it's okay.
All right. Get him! AC 22. Shit.
Luck?
I can only get it to 23, and I can't because there's a bard song.
Oh, and there's an acid arrow
There's
eating
melting
into
its
its
way
side.
through.
Yep.
All right. Attack 2. AC 22.
Son of a.
Yeah, you keep on. You managed to find 2 really strong plates. Like you got to get through its carapace and.
And then an 18 on the last roll, which would be an AC 16.
This time, all you can do with your axe is bring it up, and it's trying to chew at you again, and you've stuck your axe into its mouth to try to keep it away from your the flesh that you're attached to.
Yeah.
The Nethalgu. Now, does the persistent damage happen at the beginning of its turn or at the end?
I believe it's at the beginning, but it gets to wait a sec, because this one should be like the normal persistent.
Yep. Uh, 323. I should mark this one.
Okay. Persistent damage. At the end of your turn, you take the amount of damage.
Okay, I'll just roll it now.
After that, you do a flat check.
I'll just do it now. 6 damage,
Yeah,
and it's still aciding. It's still burning. All right, it's going to who hit it last?
Rene.
Rene.
I think Grizzak missed.
Right. So it's stupid. It is turning to bite Rene.
Yeah, and Rene threw down his shield like a man.
Hitting AC 25.
That's not a crit, but it does hit.
2d12 plus 6 damage.
Oh, that's really random damage.
20 damage.
Oh.
Okay. Do it again, coward.
And then it tries to claw at Rene. It basically spat out the axe, and then it got hit by Rene and responds to it with this weird reflex. And then the claw is at plus 13. AC 28.
It's not a crit.
Whew. Okay. The claw nips your leg for 13.
Man. Oh, I'm going to be doing a lot of running, aren't I?
If the thing can't move, back up.
Grizzak.
Kill it from range, you dumb shit. Give me a reflex save.
Mazdek's underwater trying to swim forward. Are you electric
Electric
looping
arcing
it
from
again?
there.
Okay.
Yep.
Electronuclear.
I have a feat, and that's why I can do it from range. And it's costing me 3 actions to do that.
20 total.
Okay, half of
Damage.
this, half a dice. 3.
Okay, you zap it a little bit. Its flesh responds and undulates.
Is it
in
stuck? Like, can it
sickly
move?
ways.
Can it move around?
Yeah,
It's
it
surrounded.
it can move around. Right now, it is surrounded by all of you. Mazatec is spending his full round just basically getting up out of the water. Oh, no, Master is wrong, no, so wrong, no. Grinthark? Yeah, man, fuck Hunclay! As he's stabbing
With this,
away.
I agree. Ow!
Go,
Sucker has got me.
Grinthark, Amit, go ahead and give me 3d20 rolls for Grinthark. She's just full on attacking it.
Not 20, 17, 17. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, so he criticaled it. It is a piercing weapon that's versatile slashing.
Slash.
So he does 4d4 plus 8 on the crit. 4d4 plus 18 on the crit.
Get him. With plus sneak.
Oh, plus 1d6 sneak.
So total is 31
He does 31 to the monster.
on the
Got
first
it.
hit. I don't know if the others hit though.
One.
I think he misses. Because 3 on the second one makes it 20.
Okay, but if it gets knocked unconscious, he's putting it deader.
No, Grinthark just destroyed it. He basically, fuck you, man! He starts slashing at it, and it starts to
He's
fall
like-
apart.
Why does he look like he's done this before in prison?
It bubbles and farts from multiple orifices, both the ones that you've created and others that it had. Eyes are popping out of it. Things are sloshing down. Horrible liquids oozing everywhere as the whole thing just falls in on itself.
That's a beautiful creature dying.
The stench
No.
that wafts from this thing and the bubbling and hissing from the acid spell still eating its way through its carcass. Their brain matter is your feet nibbles from some of the little bulbs on its back. See those red bulbs? A couple of them had brains in them. Well, at least two of them had brains in them, and then one got broken open when you attacked it. And it's at your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, the combat is over at this point in time. I
did it!
Grizzak paddling in the water. You guys
Rene's gonna start picking up weapons.
collect yourselves for a few moments as
Zyra's gonna try to medicine Nibbles, and then she'll try to medicine Rene.
yeah, Zyra, you're thinking that this thing. Give me a religion roll. Now that you see the horrid creature.
26.
It was undead. This creature should have been much more alert and much more powerful.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Fabian, yeah, the thing should have been casting spells at you guys and making you see things, and like it was acting like a
Zombie.
unintelligent zombie.
This Mazatec, did Hunclay zombify this thing?
Oh, Mazatec. He thinks Master did say he found old ritual. Yes, he has ritual book.
A ritual book to create undead.
Ah, yes, he does. Yes.
That sounds like something that should be illegal.
It's something that is evil.
It sounds like something that should be illegal.
summoning
I
demon.
don't like it.
There's
Therefore, it's
summoning demons and creating unintelligent undead. You know, like they're
They're on the same spectrum.
Yep.
I believe I agree, Rene. Hunclay is a dick. Your master Mazatec was acting quite disreputably.
Oh, he very powerful, master. Yes.
We are going
Very
to
powerful.
cut Nibbles and see if he bleeds. Nibbles gets 11 healing.
Nibbles was bitten by the wolf. Pretty sure we saw that.
11 healing? Okay.
No, that was Mazatec.
Oh, Mazatec is that.
No. 11 healing on Nibbles.
Okay.
Sorry, no, Grizzak. Grizzak has been bolstered versus this. Now Nibbles is bolstered versus this.
Yep.
Now Rene will be bolstered versus this. That does not feel right. Ow.
Did you critically fail?
I didn't critically fail,
Okay.
but it's close. It was one away from a critical fail.
Is that his spine?
Ow.
Grizzak, upon sort of looking at the creature, you know that its bite should have been poisonous, but thankfully during the animating process, the poison sacs have leaked all over the floor.
My God.
Yeah, poor
Randomly, how's it going?
You lost all your strength.
Yeah.
Safe
Now that you see the creature, Fabian, you're pretty sure that it was a spontaneous occult caster. In life, anyways.
Yes, it's a good thing it was undead. Honestly, in life it was capable of casting spells.
Yeah, that thing's pretty freaked up. Yeah,
Collects
bite poison.
brains as a manipulate action.
Manipulate action.
Yeah.
One action. 3 brains per round.
Brain. Yoink.
Yeah, it had, I believe, 5 or 7 like chambers to store the brains on its back. There are only 2 brains evident there. One still in this weird chamber on its back, like this weird bulb, and the other one got busted open when you savagely beat the creature.
This is horrible.
All of you want out of this cave. However,
Let's see what's in the box.
there is a massive stone box that has been. It's almost like it was shaped in this way. You don't see chisel marks. A masterfully crafted box.
We're going to use the 2 elixirs of life. One on Rene and one on Nibbles.
Okay.
Grizzak starting to
Or
detect
actually,
magic,
they
by the
come
way.
from Mazatec, and I think he gave them to Zyra.
Yeah.
Grizzak starting
Okay,
to detect magic.
she's going to give them both to Rene.
Okay. I think he needs to use resonance,
He needs to use 2 resonance points.
and he's already used one for the Aeon Stone.
Yep. So he's
He's used another one for the Potency Crystal.
Is there a resonance point for Potency Crystal?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
We can check. I'm pretty sure trinkets need those too.
Okay. So he uses 1 because he's out of resonance. So 4.
You can attempt to overspend resonance though, which we've never done.
Let's do it. He doesn't know better.
All right, resonance. Fuck. There's 4 different entries for it. 346. Let's try that.
Give me 1 second. I have to step away. I'm getting a call.
What happens when you overspend your resonance? We don't know. We don't know. There is nothing mentioning resonance on this page. Why did it send me here? Alright. Resonance. 376. See activating a magical item below.
Damn it.
How do you overspend your resonance? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say. If you guys can help me look this up, that would be cool.
There we go.
376. Okay.
I'm looking. Overspending residence. Possible to activate an item.
Okay, yeah,
So this
there
is...
we go. I got it. It's on 377. You must attempt a flat check DC equal to 10 plus the number of points you've overspent. Okay. Including any spent for the attempted activation. Alright, so it's DC 11. Alright. Give us... Weird, but what if it's a potion? Do you just drink it and not get the benefits from it?
I guess.
Alright.
Some dude with no charisma just doesn't believe in magic.
Just keeps on drinking this shit. Alright, so somebody give me a flat check for Rene. The DC is 11.
I'll do it. 11.
Okay, he gains benefit from it. Cool. Alright. Grinthark's having a look at the box. He is looking for traps. He rolls a nat 20. Oh man, it's just a heavy lid, man. It's no big worries, man. It's all right. It's all right. We just need to open up Nibbles Rene, man. Come on over.
Yes, Nibbles lift. Nibbles goes over and helps out Rene with the lifting.
Yeah, like a sarcophagus almost. It's not long enough to be a sarcophagus unless it's for something else. The two of you lift the lid off. It is close fitting, perhaps to keep things inside dry. There are contents inside that are not creatures. There are three separate wooden chests inside the sarcophagus. Grinthark now can see inside the sarcophagus. He pokes around a little bit with his tools. You begin to lift out heavy chest number 1, which clinks under the sound of coins within when you shift it around. The second and third chests that are lifted out are heavy, but do not make similar noises. We're gonna open these things now, man, or what are we doing, man? What's
The trap?
No traps, man. Unless there's a trap inside, open up, boom, but I don't see anything.
It was nothing that funny, but okay.
Oh man, it's real funny. We got a whoopee cushion, man.
Maybe Grinthark opened it, yes.
Alright, man, let me see if I can open one of these things up, man. So Grinthark, we'll say, wastes maybe 3 of his picks opening up these chests, instead of me spending the next 5 minutes doing endless rolling for his chest, which would be interesting if one of you was playing the rogue and this was your thing, but NPC. So yeah, he's able to open up the average locks on the chests. Perhaps Hunclay never thought that anyone would actually get here aside from him, especially with the guardian that he left in the cave. The first chest contains many bulk worth of copper and silver coins. The copper coins are all loose on beds, whereas the silver coins have been counted out into 50 silver piece pouches that are lying up atop the bed. You're estimating... Holy shit. Okay, this chest was really hard to move. This was a 18 bulk box.
Holy jump.
So he probably had to climb into the sarcophagus to open it up to realize there are approximately 11 bulk worth of copper coins and then 7 bulk worth of silver.
Okay.
The next chest is a little lighter. It contains 2 books and some packets of strange dark dust.
All right.
The third chest contains 5 tomes, one of which is really big and old looking. In fact, they're all old looking. Oh man, I was looking for more treasure, just stupid books, man. Books aren't stupid, but reading them in here would be awful. Can we move this stuff outside?
It's terrible in here. I must go.
Ziva, I'm coming with you.
Oh, yes, Mazatha can help clean. Although Mazatha thinks he could scrub this place for a year and it'd never be clean. Oh, please do not ask Mazatha to clean.
Hey man, how are we gonna get all this stuff out, man? I guess we haul the silver out in the bags and leave the copper here, man. I don't know, man. He starts pulling the copper, the bags of silver out.
Yes, we move silver first, and then we move copper.
What about the books? Says Zyra.
Nibbles don't like books.
We'll have
Yeah,
to.
there's probably spells in those. So. The best thing to do is just burn them. Just kidding.
Grizzak, give me your shield.
Shield. All right, take care of Woody.
Okay.
I'm giving her my Woody.
Grimthar, put some of the books on the shield. We'll carry it above our heads. Oh man, that's a pretty good idea, man. Before this, this horrible, this thing wears out. Rene does the same thing with his shield, and you guys kind of put the books on your shields, carry them above your heads, and are able to carry the silver between all of you, using your water walk spell, not worried about drowning.
It's not water walk, it's
water breathing.
Water breathing.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you're able to carry the books out, as well as the packet of weird dust. You've left the copper behind.
Do we can, man.
Okay, you're on the horrid little beach with the rotting smell coming from both the cave and the bodies half buried in the muck. What you, man? Are we going back to town, or are we gonna go get all the copper bees and then bring them all back?
Nah, I think it was a good idea to grab it all.
I don't think anyone's gonna go into that cave, animal or sentient.
That's valid. You just come back later.
Well, Ziva says to Fabian, "We'll let the others come back to this horrible place to get the copper coins."
Oh yes, certainly not worth our time.
Oh, look at that. We came back and nothing was here.
I won't tell anyone.
All right, at this point, it's probably a little bit past noon on this humid summer day. You are burdened with at least 7 bulk of silver and probably 5 bulk were the books. I'm assuming 12 bulk can be divided amongst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you.
I don't even know.
Well, I can carry, I think, 4 more bulk.
Okay.
You suck here.
I have to look. I know Fabian's near. He'll leave his crossbow, mind you, because in favor of books.
Yeah, it sounds like some of you might be encumbered. It looks like you could do it because Grinthark's got bulk. 5 before he's like at his max. But you guys have time to wander back. It might take you longer because you're laden with
yeah.
You're laden.
I can carry 5.
We come back with wagon.
No, I think we can do it. I can carry 5.
We got silver bags, man. You just carry the silver bag, and I'll carry that one. And you carry the second one, and I'll carry this one.
It's very heavy.
Yeah, man. We'll leave the copper behind. We'll bring a wagon to get the copper, but yeah, we'll carry this stuff. It's a labor of love, man. It's kind of just dig it. Got nothing else to do today, man. Look, what are you doing today, man?
Yeah, okay, we make many trip.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The monster's dead.
I know, worry, you worry.
I killed it, man, but you guys sucking it up, man. It was pretty gross.
Nibbles practically murder it before you even touch. You just fall apart after Nibbles hit. You just happen to be hitting it at the same time.
Yeah, man, teamwork, man. So don't worry about it. No one. I'm not gonna tell anyone. Well, you know, calmly elven last time I tell, but you know, goblin, so it'll be all right.
Nibbles very tired.
Nibbles got fucked up.
All right, the group of you begins to wander back into town.
Yep.
Heading towards Hunclay's manor, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The sheriff is waving to you. You just about done? Getting kind of tired standing out here guarding the manor, keeping riffraff out. What you got there?
Stuff.
Games.
Just more of the wizard's things. Ah, well. I'm gonna ask where you got it. None of my business, I guess. But more things the merrier, I suppose. I hear next month after the next full moon or whatnot, we're gonna be selling off all the wizard stuff. Hey, you got any like magic potions? Anything interesting?
Nothing in particular.
Oh well, I was hoping to own a magic potion or something. Anything? Something to help me, like sheriff?
Let's see if we have any sheriffing potions.
Mass Effect does not know a formula for sheriff potion, no.
It seems we don't, I'm afraid, Sheriff.
There's gotta be something in there that's worth my time.
Well, it's a question of whether it's worth your gold, I suppose.
Gold? You think they pay me that well?
Then best of luck at the auction, sir.
Yeah. Anything in there to make you more handsome?
A mask?
Hey!
I'm only jesting. No, he's not jesting. Mask make you look better.
The sheriff looks pained.
Diet too.
he's muttering to himself and kicking one of the signs on the front lawn as you guys go back into the manor.
Nibbles, sure. Sheriff be alone forever.
Mazathek, need Hunclay's key to open door. Remember, carpet is bad.
I guess Fabian is the one that was left with the key.
Yeah, he'll open the door.
Okay. Mazathic was sort of reaching like he wanted to do it, but then he had to let Fabian do it. Yeah, you unlock the door, and then Mazathic scurries in and is rolling up the carpet as he goes and nods to all of you and like waves and bows for you to come in. He then hurries over. He hurries over to the kitchen. The birds are squawking. Ziva goes running over to see how Prism is doing. Can I feed the birds? Grizzak?
Yeah, if they're not dead, feed them.
They're not dead, feed them. I'm not... Alright, she says, and she's feeding the birds. The birds are all squawking.
There we go.
Oh man, let's count the silver, man, but let's not do it here, because, they might roll downstairs. I'll be in the kitchen counting silver coins, man. Come on, bring it all in here.
Alright, I'll come with you, I guess.
I will go upstairs and finish my work. I trust there will be a fair division.
We'll have to see what Adam says Zyra say, because the coins belong to Hunclay.
Yep.
Technically, you're supposed to
Well, in the manor.
give the coins back to...
I believe that was collecting things in the manor. We
Yeah,
took
it
a little
was
break from work and
was
went
in
to
the
go
manor.
collect some coins.
This ain't the manor no more.
All right. Then there's
We in Kansas.
coins and a big pile of books. That Grinthark's not looking through the books. He spends basically the rest of the day counting coins.
Yeah,
and putting them-
Fabian would have taken the books unless there's some objection.
Well, yeah, you just bring them up to the library,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna look through them?
Yeah, he's got to catalog them, so
Okay.
see what they're about.
So I'm gonna start a section here. Party pages.
Stolen shit.
Stuff from cave. Okay. The first book contains a very rare 5th level spell. You're not going to find it in the player's handbook.
Okay.
It is called Wall of Light.
Okay.
All right.
It basically conjures into being a wall of light, and one of the things that it does is it hurts shadow creatures,
That's cool.
plus blinds people who walk through it. You're pretty certain this is the same barrier that is downstairs that is keeping Maffei locked.
How long does it last for?
It's supposed to run out, but for whatever reason the one downstairs is not. The next book is called The Rites of the Necromancer. This dangerous tome contains the 4th level ritual to animate dead as skeletons and zombies. This ritual requires the caster to be of evil alignment and incorporates ghoulish components and unspeakable curses.
Hey, we can use Rene.
There are 4 books that are rare antique tomes on astronomy written in some ancient tongue.
Okay.
And the 5th book that was in that 3rd chest is a very old, massive tome, several hundred pages, bound in black leather, written in some really weird language that you do not know. It includes strange and complex star charts and weird maps, numerous breathtaking illustrations of eerie monsters and alien gods. Some of the pages are missing and others are just loose in their binding here and there.
Okay.
You don't know what it's called because you can't read it.
Oh, while we're doing this, talking about languages, just reminded me I need to pick another language for Fabian.
Okay.
I was wondering if there was one you wanted him to know.
Wanted him to know? Nope. If there's one that you want him to know, then feel free to...
Okay.
What is Fabian into? That's the
Oh, we never asked that question.
Well, he's into books and music, so it's kind of.
So he knows Elven and Common, and is he smart enough to have had extra languages?
He is smart enough to have an extra language. It's like after 14, you get an extra.
Oh, so he should have an extra one then, basically.
Yeah.
Is there a racial tongue that you wanted to know? Maybe Draconic?
Yeah, Draconic's cool. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Fabian would have been good to have around then when you were fighting the kobolds, because that's what they were speaking.
Yeah. All right.
Is there any way for us to interpret what this book says? Eventually, Ziva comes up with the weird lorikeet who's flying around the library.
Knowledge Arcana or Arcana lore? Arcana, the skill.
You can give me a occult check to see if you can identify the language.
All right.
This is not a recall lore. It's more of a. It's more of a.
Do I recognize what that look? Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely do. And we'll say with your critical success, you actually know the title of the book. Like you piece enough together that you kind of get the title. It is written in Aklo.
Oh, crazy ass language. Okay. This is written in crazy ass.
Is that what it's officially called?
No, it's Aklo. Have you heard of it?
Shakes her head no.
It's I suppose not too surprising. It's a language for creatures of madness, to be honest.
Okay.
Not civilized persons such as ourselves. I don't speak it. I'm sure there's well, there must be a. Would you know about a comprehend languages spell? They still have that, don't they?
Yeah, if it's on your first level list, you probably know about it.
Okay.
Is it an esoteric spell?
I'm
Or an occult spell or whatever it's called?
I'm guessing it is, but I have to look to be sure because new rules, right?
Yeah.
No. It's not an occult spell.
Unless it's a higher level spell.
Well, it could be, or a lower level one. I don't know. Nope.
Comprehend language is a second
level spell.
arcane spell.
It's a second level occult spell as well.
Okay, so you know that there may be spells that allow you to interpret.
There's spells other scholars have access to that can help translate manuals.
Yeah,
such as this.
It might take you like a year or so to translate it at the rate you're going, and you'd probably get some things wrong as your like esoteric knowledge each word.
Yeah.
But the title you're pretty sure is something along the lines of The Secrets of the Dreaming Dark.
Okay. Secrets of the Dreaming Dark is what it's called.
Look at these illustrations. What is that thing? She's something rising out of the deep with tentacles. It looks horrific.
Darkness tend to be tentacly and strange and bizarre with eyes in odd places.
You mean like the nightmares I'm going to have for the next, well, forever? After we fought that thing?
Well, you can do what I plan on doing and never sleeping again.
She giggles at that. The rare and antique tomes on astronomy written in ancient tongue, if there was an analog to ancient Egyptian, that's what they are. They're like made out of a different kind of like papyrus scroll paper, but actually bound as books. And there's like weird little, figures written in with a strange language. Like, again, that might take some time to read what actually they said, but some of the pictures of the stars and constellations is what is depicted in these really old books.
Okay.
You know that these things are valuable.
These things are worth quite a bit.
The Secrets of the Dreaming Dark, however, this book probably makes your skin crawl, and you're a little frightened of it.
This one, however, though valuable, I don't think we should... Well, I'm going to recommend your aunt not sell it and rather stow it away. Anyone who would want this is not going to do anything good with it.
You think we should just hide it?
Yes, honestly, I do.
She nods. Where are we going to hide it?
That is an excellent question. Oh, where do you hide something like this? Makes my skin crawl just touching it.
It's big. I don't know what the bulk of a spell book is, but it's like even bigger than that. Give me a second.
All right, you bury it.
Grizzak comes upstairs. He's chewing on something.
Suppose we could.
You do it in maybe a hole of ground or something? I don't know.
These aren't terrible suggestions. Unlike rubbing feces in your wounds, by the way.
Oh, you can put feces inside. Brilliant. I'll go get it.
Maybe my
In fact, I'll just make it.
Maybe my sister can talk to your cousin who tends to the Temple of Lirr, and we could put it
Yes,
in
yes,
the
that would be an
catacombs.
excellent place for it. Yes. Good thinking.
She smiles like it's her idea when really it was Grizzak's idea.
Yeah, he knows that. Fuck you guys.
I don't care.
All right. I'm a little hungry. That's a lie. I'm not hungry. I'm never going to eat again. Who am I kidding? I would like to get some air, though. I think some fresh air would do me some good. Would you care to join me?
Yes.
Ziva?
All right.
Yeah, sure. She comes along.
Yeah. He just goes out because it's been a shitty day. Hey, let's get some.
Yeah, the town is bristling with people. You've never seen it so busy. People have come far and wide for the solstice celebration, which is basically tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. The solstice eve is tomorrow.
Would you care to come with me? I'm hoping I can set up a performance for sometime during the festival. It's a good opportunity to make some coin, though admittedly, you probably just made more than I'll make in a year.
She agrees. Ziva's happy to go and wander around town with Fabian after the horrid adventure of that cave.
Yeah.
Just anything as a distraction. You do see people like actually performers and all sorts of merchants, and you guys end up buying some sweets and drinking some wine and some amazing cider that this place produces. And basically start the celebration like many people in the town several days early. Hey, do you mind bringing me any some tea if you might? Sheriff's just sort of trying to talk to the two of you as as the two of you are prattling in Elvish as you're wandering away. All right, fine, I'll be all right.
He goes. It says he's got, if he sets up in the book speak English, Mark. I will read it. Yeah, he's got to set up performances to earn money.
Nice, as a downtime activity. Well, you guys should probably. Well, we should divvy the coin, assuming that Zyra is not. You guys found it at the cave, not the manor. You're going to be a little A little lawyery about this.
Yeah.
Let's see how much money you actually got, because we are entering a period of downtime. With the celebration coming up soon, and then the auction actually a month away. That gives you plenty of time to look into things, plenty of time to shop, upgrade your items, make money, and the like. Also, after you rest, you gain your 4th level. That creature was, even with it being a zombie, was 3 to 4 levels higher than you were.
Holy crap. Alright then.
Had it did 40, 50 damage to other characters, they'd be dead.
Yeah, Nibbles got the hit points. Yeah.
So you guys can start leveling up while I figure out how much money you got. I believe it was...
Okay, I have a question, seeing as we're leveling up.
Yep.
In this new version, for spell casting, can you cast arcane spells while wearing armor? Or is there still a...
I don't know the answer to this.
I don't
think armor saying it has
It doesn't have an arcane spell
failure
chance.
Right.
Because it's kind of just going to determine
under wizard. Are you thinking of multi-classing, Fabian?
Yeah, I'm thinking of multi-classing to wizard.
Wizard or sorcerer?
There is none for sorcerer, though. To be honest, I don't think it would be that difficult to change it.
Yeah, well, wizard then is fine. Let me look at wizard and their proficiencies to see if it says anything.
Okay. Because I haven't seen anything about it, but
arcane spellcasting, blah blah blah. There's a bunch of stuff. I just skimmed that, and it didn't say anything about armor. Let's read that again. You should probably look up material, somatic, and verbal casting actions, 195. That might actually contain the...
Okay.
I did not see anything in there about armor.
neither do I.
Okay, so you basically could have a fighter that...
Cast wizard spells or... Yeah. I'm almost going to ask the question.
But you don't become a full wizard though.
No. You get like one spell, and you got to keep using feats to get the next level spell.
Mm.
And I think your spellcaster level is equal to half your character level.
Okay. Next thing I'm going to look up is armor to see if it has some like description of what you can and cannot do in armor.
That's a good idea.
Armor. Speed penalty, bulk, armor traits, shields. Yeah, I guess they thought that. So a wizard could eventually become proficient in armor.
All they have to do is take dedicated fighter, and they get proficiency in heavy armor.
Weird. I honestly don't see it in here. Like I think the rule is gone.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I am going to take dedicated wizard, I believe.
So basically, you'd be wearing your light armor anyways, and yeah, it makes sense. You're like around a lot of wizard stuff. There are a ton of spells in the wizard's book. Do you want me to? I guess over the next few days, you guys could look through his spell books.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, I just want to see what my double check something here.
Okay, the books that he had in his in the locked box in his manor, he had 3 spell books: Hunclay's Book of Spells, Volume 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
He had something called Interplanar Mastery Part 1, which is a 6th level ritual called Planar Binding.
Okay, hang on a second. I'll write all this down.
No, I'll copy paste.
You're doing it? Okay.
Yeah. And then he had a second book called Interplanar Mastery 2. This book contains additional rites that allow Planar Binding Ritual to be cast without, or to be cast with less secondary casters, at the cost of time, expense, and possibly danger.
Sounds like Hunclay's cup of tea.
Perfect.
So I will add those to the list, and then you can have a look through his spells, because this may be important. I think you still need to maintain a spell book. That if you're
Yes, he does need a spell book.
one of the last books was an empty spell book, so you could just yoink that.
You like this mine?
And then I need to pick a couple of 6th level spells that he knew. He only knew 2 of them.
Teleport?
Is teleport a 6th then?
Teleport's like a...
Did they up?
I think so,
I know
yeah.
they changed the levels around with
They
some
up-
of the spell.
They up teleport to a 6th, and it's 10 minutes to cast now.
30, 40, 58. Oh my god.
No, he knew 2 weird 6th level spells. He knew Scrying and True Seeing.
Okie doke.
I will paste Hunclay's spellbooks if you wanted to. Oops, sorry. That's a lot of shit.
Alright.
Fabian, after going through this with Ziva in the coming days, knows that Hunclay was basically, if it goes by the same progression, he could cast 6 circle spells.
Yeah, it's same progress. So level progression, yes. So
He was not a wizard to be messed with.
No!
Until it came to tower falling on his head, basically.
A building falling.
Yeah, shit. Didn't plan for that one.
6 level spells means he was 11th level, at least. Legendary. All right, why don't we go through some of the leveling up?
Yep.
Indeedly do, neighbor. Indeedly do.
No, that's not the most exciting thing in the world. However, it is a new rule set, so we would let's just see, make sure that you guys can see what's going on. So Mark seems to really like the
Yeah, I like multi-classing. I like
multi-class
the
rules. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the expanded options it gives you.
What do you mean?
Well, now I can pick feats from, like for Nibbles especially, he can pick feats from fighter, and his barbarian. Given, however, he's considered half his level for like the feat, so if he can't take the same level of feat as say Rene could.
Right. So we're level 4. He can only take feats up to level 2.
Yeah.
But how are you doing that? Do you have to multi-class?
Yes, you have to spend one of your class feats on multi-classing.
Does that allow you to multi-class period, or that one multi-class for?
It gives you some of the benefits of that other class, but not all of them. And if you want to get more of the benefits, you've got to take more feats.
It's 5th level when you get all the ability and boosts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Grizzak, yeah. My grandma
4.
is selling her house, and therefore all the stuff needs to be moved away. And this was like the speak now or forever goes to the junkyard. So there was a closet full of tools that I had to go through and go yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no.
Level 4, dude. Sorry, more important.
Yeah, you guys made it back to Hunclay's manor.
Yes.
The thing that I just pasted in chat was Hunclay's spell books. You had time to go through those things. The books that you found in the cave, however, was a different set. They're all in the party pages. The Book of Elemental Radiance contains a very rare 5th level spell that Marty had to convert. It is called Wall of Light. It shouldn't be permanent. Somehow it is in the basement. And it's
Permanency a spell?
No, it's not. It's your formula, and you're creating. He probably used this spell in the creation of a light hallway, basically.
A ritual. He made a light ritual.
No, he made a light. It could be a ritual, or it's a magic item. He turned the floor into a magic item.
That's cool too.
You don't know where that formula is, though. But you do have the spell. It basically blinds people that walk through it, and it harms specifically shadow creatures.
Does it harm vampires and other light vulnerable?
Yeah, it might.
creatures?
It might harm those creatures. Rites of the Necromancer is a dangerous 4th level ritual to animate dead as skeletons and zombies. Again, they don't have animate dead as a thing in the Pathfinder playtest, so I made it a 4th level ritual. The ritual requires the caster to be of evil alignment and incorporates ghoulish components and unspeakable curses.
It requires evil alignment.
Yes.
That is an interesting. That is different. That is not. That's not your grandpa's D&D.
No, that's Marty's twist on how you make an evil thing.
Gray necromancers don't exist because they have like 4 spells.
You need to find a ritual that is gray. This was definitely Uki.
Oh, that's cool too.
The other books you found were 4 rare antique tomes on astronomy written in an ancient tongue. Basically, this world's analog to like ancient Egyptian. It was like all written
like an Egyptian.
It was all written in higher and lower hieroglyphics. And then there is a book that makes your skin crawl. A very old, massive tome, several hundred pages, bound in black leather, written in a very strange language that Fabian identified as Aklo. It includes strange and complex star charts and weird maps, numerous breathtaking illustrations of eerie monsters and alien gods. Some of the pages are missing, others are loose in their bindings here and there, and it's entitled The Secrets of Dreaming Dark.
Huh.
There was a discussion, and Ziva will come up to Zyra and suggest something quietly. This is the day before. When you got back, it was the day before the solstice eve, and Ziva's. Fabian suggested that we hide the book. Anyone who wants this book, while it might be valuable, is up to no good.
Was it in the cave?
It was in the cave.
We were told to keep the mansion clear. So
This has nothing to do with the mansion.
Are you saying we're keeping the book about the Wall of Light and the...
no, just this one.
I think you're going to have to... Grinthark has already counted and divvied the coin that we found in the cave.
Yep.
Do we get to keep the coin? She says.
From the cave, yes.
Okay. Grinthark will be ecstatic. She's ecstatic. Can I tell him?
Sure.
Is Fabian's gonna get a share, right?
He went in the cave.
She smiles. You could tell that she's got a crush on Fabian.
How could she not, hero that he is, with his flute-playing magic?
He's so smart. That's what she says. Did you know that...
He's kind of a coward, wouldn't you say?
No. Us casters need to stand in the back, she says. That's why I have a bow. But Fabian thinks he can learn from Hunclay. Not all the nasty stuff, but actually, like, learn spells is what he says. Isn't that exciting? He's going to be a wizard.
I don't think it works that way.
You don't
Isn't he a
like him because I like him, she says.
No. It's all objective.
He gets a...
I'm his priestess, he has to do what I say.
Don't think that's how it works in our religion.
I'm your priestess, you have to do what I say.
You tried that when we were like 50.
You're still supposed to do it.
Just gives you a face and wanders on. It's the same face she's been giving you since you guys were like 10. You're elves, right? So it's...
Yep.
Okay, so I'm pasting 1,280 silver pieces and 57 copper to the bottom of your character sheets.
Oh.
Holy I'm getting a magic axe!
Rene is going to smith many things into magic.
Yeah. So basically, we will detail the celebration, and then you have a month of downtime. I also want to know who you're checking in with and who you're telling things to, and what are the stories that are going on. So that first night. That first day when you got back, Ziva and Fabian just spent time in the market and seeing all the performers and people who have come from far and wide for the solstice celebration. Many celebrations are in effect. Grinthark spent the day dividing up the coin so that you may spend it. There was the hatched plan, which actually came from Grizzak, of maybe we should just hide the book. Ziva asks Zyra that evening, could we hide the book in the temple? We need a good place to hide it. Hunclay's is not a good place to hide it, although there's lots of hidey things, but...
No, yeah. So, yeah, well, Zyra will go to the temple!
Okay. This is late in the day. Alright, the next morning, so you're on Solstice Eve.
Yep.
Zyra is going to the temple. Fabian, are you going with her? Anyone else going with her?
Maybe I'll go with her, yeah.
Okay. You can't keep Ziva away. Ahmed, or are you, Grinthar gonna go into town?
Grizzak wants to get stuff made.
Okay, so Grizzak ends up following people who are going into town.
Okay. Yep. Rene will go into town. Or, actually, we'll keep... Rene will guard the manor.
Alright. So I will continue leveling up on my own. Alright, you go past O'Dale's Furs and Breads and Cakes Bakery to the Seven Roses, Shrine of the Seven Roses. This is a temple that is dedicated to the goddess Lirr, and it's also friendly to others that are friendly to the goddess. There are a bunch of parishioners inside, as Nilos is attending to a very large congregation, and there's just lots of people. You push your way inside. It's not like they're in the middle of sermons at this point in time. It looks like they're in the middle of, he's trying to organize the many events that are going on. He looks really frazzled, as he has some very busy clerics, like these are more like clerks, running to and fro, and large crowds of people and entertainers that are all trying to figure out where and when they are going to do their thing. Nilos catches look of Zyra and just stops what he's doing and wanders over.
Hello again, Nilos.
Seven blessings upon you, priestess. He kisses your hand 7 times. Welcome to the Shrine of Seven Roses. You can see that there are 7 beautifully painted roses against the back wall of the church. Each one kind of like transposed in a different sort of like state of like budding and opening, and all of them kind of holding up the moon in 7 different states of the moon. The closed bud seems to represent the like a new moon, like a new rose.
It is truly inspiring.
Ah, yes. My predecessor had this commissioned before the temple was consecrated in the name of Lirr. It was a temple of another god beforehand, but we don't speak of those things, he says quietly to you. He's speaking nervously right now. He's kind of rambling. Yeah. It's so good that you're here. Perhaps would you like to help select which artisans will get to perform in the main thoroughfare versus those that are of high enough quality that they will be in the running for the greatest artist of the fair? Hello there, Fabian.
Are you okay, Fabian? Should I take a look at your throat or something?
Oh no, I think you've stabbed enough people today.
You there? Are you some sort of clown? He's talking to Grizzak.
Oh, Grizzak.
Back.
Are you a carny?
He is touched by the gods.
I'm the Grizzak. One and only.
Yes. How are you feeling?
Like a piece of shit.
That would be...
I feel great.
He looks to Fabian and then to Zyra.
Grizzak, the last this gentleman saw you, you were ill with filth?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. You just had to get see, there's some wrong poop. I had to get rid of it and put some right poop.
He looks mortified at the way you're speaking. Is he a lunatic?
Oh, yes, quite.
I believe that is a side effect of the touching from the gods.
Ah. He gathers up some holy wafers and a,
Oh,
little,
that looks like some good poop.
a little bit of wine, and he
He's a
does give it
dog.
to you. May the blessings of Lirr ease your troubled mind on this, the eve of the summer solstice.
Oh, he's not suffering. It's just the rest of us.
Zyra will go and judge artists.
Okay, you you go and you're like you're kind of trying to figure out who is the best amongst these various artists, and I don't know. Give me a perception check.
All right. Judging books by the cover. I want that one. I want one of those ones, and this one over here. All right, my perception. Did I level or no?
Yeah, you slept, and then this is the next day. This is the solstice eve.
17.
Okay, so you managed to. There's a juggler and some. There's several jugglers, and you pick the better one. There are some dancers, and you pick the ones that seem to have more skill. There are several painters that show you their paintings, and you pick the one that you like.
There's humans. There's at least there are humans that are of these group, right?
Yeah, most of the people in town are human. I
Perfect.
would say over half of them are human, but you do find some of the more talented artists, particularly the painter.
She wants to make certain that some humans get picked for sure, because they don't get that many chances because they die.
Okay. There's an old lady that was stood out amongst the rest. She's an older woman. She seems pretty strong in the back, though, for her age. And she's just standing beside this painting of a bowl of fruit, and she's looking miserable. She's got this, 1,000-yard stare.
Hello. Blessings of Lirr upon you.
Mm-hmm. She says, "Oh, yes." She looks at you. She glanced at you, at your belt, at your armor, and then back at your face. She watched what your hands were doing.
Is this really an old lady?
Yeah. Oh, hello there. You're the priestess that we're all expecting to arrive. I hear that you are off in the ruins, ridding the land of kobolds, and brave that old curmudgeon's wizard lair. Hmm? She's shaking your hand.
Yes.
She's got some strength in her old lady hand, like an old lady hand, strong. You notice that she's got some battle scars along her her arms.
Are you an adventurer?
The only adventure I take nowadays is wandering out to see if my stool is soft enough to pass. Okay? What about my bowl of fruit? Is it good enough?
I love her.
That's pretty funny.
Is it good?
Yeah, the technique is good. This is a good painting of a bowl of fruit, but there's this joylessness from the artist, and there's nothing special about it aside from all technique.
They told me I should take up a hobby. So I took up painting. And the gods, I don't know why I took up painting. The things that I'd paint, well, they wouldn't make good material for this festival. Or any walls, for that matter. Things that I've seen.
What did you do in your youth?
What do you think? Oh, you don't know who I am.
No.
Oh, she says with a smile. Zyra is my name. Of course, you're probably older than I am. You were waddling around in swaddling clothes when I was born, probably. Or becoming a priestess. I envy you. You will be running around solving problems for people for a century? Maybe more? Huh. To be an elf. Now I'll just eat prunes and paint fruit. If I ate fruit and painted prunes, maybe I'll try that next year. It sort of look like lumps of shit.
Hello. Where? It's great fertilizer.
Grizzak comes over. You notice that she sidesteps. She looks at Grizzak. She checks out what his hands are doing, the armor that he's wearing, his stance.
So this is like a rogue. That is like this is an old murder rogue.
No, there's something Rene-ish to her step.
Oh.
Like she's got battle stances or something like.
Did you make this? The brushes look kind of nice. The paint here looks a little thick and nice. However, the fluidity in your right hand must have been a little too much. What happened?
I remember having friends like these. You smell like an adventurer. Some sort of druid, huh?
Oh, careful. Druids are dangerous things.
Zyra,
Yes?
your work is
He walks away.
technically perfect, but
She watches
entirely
Grizzak go away.
entirely uninspired.
Go figure.
She says.
We might have more interesting things for you to paint.
Like?
Well, earlier we faced a brain collector. It had been zombified, but it might be useful to have its likeness recreated for academic purposes.
Zorgi died long time ago. I understand your words individually, but strung together, I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Ain't no wizard, she says.
A monster from another plane.
Well, I'm not good about painting what other people describe.
I
Good
know,
at painting a thing. There's a
we
bowl of
could-
fruit on my counter. It's rotten by now, but it looked exactly like that, she says.
We can take you there. If you're good enough to travel.
You want me to paint some dead monster?
Yes.
She thinks about it. How far?
4-hour walk.
She thinks.
You're related to the caretaker.
Yes, I'm her niece.
Get me one of her ponies to ride. Maybe one of the horses?
Would you like a cart or the...
No, I can ride a horse, she says. Almost like annoyed, like annoyed.
Proper saddle or side saddle?
If I still had my lance, she says.
Proper saddle it is.
But I never attended to horses after my last one died. There was no point. Never rode it into battle. There was no point in teaching it how to fight.
We have murder grandma. Hey, murder grandma. How do you know?
Widow Zyra Dogion. Yeah, she's.
Celebrations tomorrow. When are we painting the beastie?
Day after? Maybe 2 if the party goes if the party goes as planned.
I was planning on getting drunk, she says. She just, where do you want this trash? She actually picks it up and hands it to Grizzak. Here,
Ooh,
it's yours.
sweet.
He licks one of the fruits.
Hey, that doesn't taste like it.
He tries another fruit.
Hey,
It tastes like acrylic paint.
finally.
I'm not sure I can describe
I'm
what
gonna
acrylic
find
paint
it.
tastes
I'm gonna
like,
find it.
but- All right, so Grizzak, you've got a painting of a bowl of fruit.
You got an expert or
Yeah, it's an expert painting of a bowl of fruit.
Fuck yeah.
If you want to know what fruit it is,
Enjoy.
it's a pamplemousse, a banana, and some cherries.
Oh yeah.
shit.
Ziva's come up to you and is speaking in Elven quietly. She squeezes your hand. Are you gonna go and ask him to go put the book in the catacombs, or are we gonna do that
She
later?
nods. Yeah, later.
Do you have the book on you? Like, is it in a big ass sack or something like that? Like,
Yeah,
it's a
back-
big book. It's like 2 bulk. It's like this huge.
Oh,
sort
it's
of
a
like-
monstrous book.
It's a monstrous book.
So Zyra's got well, the backpack carries 4 bulk, so
Okay.
it's in her backpack.
So I trust that everything went well at the tower. Nilo says to Fabian, cousin.
Yes, well enough.
Took you a while. I was expecting some help.
There's a great deal to catalogue. It took as long as it took, I'm afraid.
Well,
But you seem to have things well in hand.
yes. I do wish that Zyra was more involved.
Well,
Guilt trips.
she's not. I don't think she's what you'd call a priesty priest. She's more of a go out and hit things priest.
Ah, yes. I suppose that is the price an abbot must pay.
Certainly.
Well, now that your work is done, you can help me out here.
Well, I was actually hoping to audition.
Well, of
For
course, it's an entire day's worth of festivities. If you have some art that you wish to share in the name of Lirr, perhaps a masterwork or a composition you've been working on, your very best is all we ask.
yes, well. Oh, will there be time tomorrow?
Yes, he goes over to a schedule. I could schedule you in. He looks at you. How good is Fabian at his art?
Tomorrow he'll be much better.
I could
You've already
schedule you in an hour before the evening feast.
That sounds wonderful. Yes, that will do nicely.
Dancing, flute, a speech.
Flute, please.
If you we could also during the feast use some musicians.
If you wish, certainly. Would be my honor.
Excellent. Now, I have some words to speak with the fellow priestess.
Oh, of course, I'll leave you to it.
Zyra, I most
Yes, Nilos.
so grateful that you are here finally.
I came as fast as I could.
Yes, he says, and he looks away like he doesn't believe you, and he's just like,
I must admit that I was struck by inspiration.
yes, inspiration. Your muse was struck.
Yes, it was It came in an odd form. She
Tradition-
kind of used her life tumbled upside down with the meeting of the Grizzak. That's where everything kind of went nuts.
Traditionally,
The shit muse.
the senior priestess of Lirr has opening and closing remarks to make. I have yet to review any